Hello everyone. Today we are going to see TRIRIGA Environmental and Sustainability module. We will see how, as an environmental manager or energy manager, how I can see various KPIs related to other buildings in my system to understand which building is performing well and which is underperforming so that I can take some informed actions. So let's get started. This is the login screen of Energy Manager. I have logged in as a gray green who is managing the buildings, various buildings to make sure that the performance of the buildings are as per expectation. This is my dashboard and I can see various KPIs. For example, emissions, carbon emissions, every at the various time intervals, and similarly some other KPIs. You can see here energy cost per location also I can see, and here there are some KPIs which I can run. For example, if I want to know energy use intensity, so I can click on that and I can run various reports to understand the energy utilization. So here you can see I can run based on various locations, and I can provide the start date and date. So like that I can give you some dates here and similarly end date, and accordingly you will be able to see some energy insights related to your specific location. So for example, once I clicked here, I see that energy use intensity in kilowatt hours, right? And here there are various buildings here. So Charlotte Watson Center, if I click here, I can see I can drill down a little bit more to understand what's going on with that specific building. Here I can see that if it is green, then it's good condition. If it is with this orange color, then I can see that it is per the target we have set for the carbon emission. And if it is showing red, then means it needs some attention. Similarly, some KPIs here you can run. I will just go into one of the, I have here just so you know that in MREF or TRIRIGA, we do have bookmark functionality where directly from this screen I can drill down to specific building record. So I'm going to this specific building record and want to understand a little bit more about the emissions related information for that specific building. So these are the various information related to um, that building, and here you can see environmental detail section. What are the total carbon footprint for that building, and similarly some other information. Even you can integrate with your Energy Star Manager, which can understand your building utilizations, building carbon utilization, and provide some rating for your facility and for your building accordingly. Here, I just want to quickly show you that there is an environmental tab, which finally gives you the view of all the emissions related information for your building. So if I scroll down here, you can see scope 1 emissions information, scope 2 related information, how much carbon log so far has been generated for this specific building. So as you can see here that for various time interval, you can see scope 1 and scope 2 emissions. Similarly for energy logs and emissions log, travel log, so on and so forth. For the natural gas, we can see how much quantity so far has been consumed and what is the rate applied, what is the total cost. And these all information, these all carbon log, energy log, water log, waste log even, these all information can be either imported through the data migration, or in TRIRIGA we have a way to mm, consume the information. So TRIRIGA supports offline functionality where you as a business user can send all the log related information into an Excel sheet, and once TRIRIGA server receives that via email, you can send that information via email to a specific configured email address. And once TRIRIGA server reads that, it converts that into the digital information, and that can be reflected here as well. Other than these two ways, we also integrate with third-party system. TRIRIGA has got robust integration framework which can be utilized to integrate with third-party system to bring the data at regular intervals from, let's say, utility companies, which generates various type of emission related information, as well as the invoices related to your consumptions, energy consumptions. So once you have this data, you now want to understand what's going on. So in TRIRIGA, we have assessment, which also talks about the condition of your building. So that facility condition assessment TRIRIGA supports, and as well as you can also understand through the various opportunities and various deficiencies so far, environmental deficiencies so far you have recognized. So in under opportunities, which is kind of deficiencies in MREF or TRIRIGA, and once you go to manage opportunities, you can so here as you can see that we have manage opportunities. Here I can see all the deficiencies, environmental related or deferred type of maintenance deficiencies, which we can see here. Similarly, you have if I go to analyze opportunity option, I can also see that what are the potential opportunities which I can compare and take informed actions based on the data presented to me. So here I can go and click on find all the deficiencies which have been generated of type environmental, and then I can pick those opportunities or deficiencies. So here if I once I type environmental, it will give me environmental related opportunities, and I can pick few and click on OK. And once that is applied, I can compare those deficiencies as well. So here after selecting these, I can click on compare actions to understand a little bit more about these various deficiencies, environmental related deficiencies for my building. I can see annual savings, building system class for that specific building, and some other information related to your energy star, energy cost saving. So those all informations are showing up, and based on that I can take some actions and say that I want to create funding for this specific opportunity, because this based on the various information, return on investment, and some other criteria which I have laid out here, on these parameters, I am able to say that, okay, I want to go with this specific deficiency or opportunity to get funds first, and then I will initiate the project management process once the fund is approved. So I can select that and I can click on create funding request. This will this will pop out a funding request form where I can fill in all the information related to funding request, and that finally will be sent to various approvers. Once that is approved, I can go ahead and create funding project, or I mean environmental project for that specific building. So I think that is, I just wanted to talk about how TRIRIGA sustainability module, environmental sustainability module, can solve the business challenges in terms of handling the building emissions, which building is emitting more in terms of overall carbon consumption, and how you can take further actions to mitigate that specific challenges. Tariga also has a analyzer, building analyzer. I mean, there are some rules which you can set inside Tariga to understand the what kind of various type of data, and based on those data, um, informations based on the various types of data and the value, it can Tariga system can also trigger some kind of event like creation of work orders to mitigate certain meter readings if the meter reading is going above certain value, or if certain carbon consumption is going above certain values. So it can create behind the scene work orders to handle that situation as well. So that's all about sustainability module of Tririga. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will be happy to connect with you to explore further on this. Thank you.